So let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. Where did everyone go? There you are. Okay, and you can maybe, if you're, if you are kind of sitting at your desk with your feet down, make sure you have them about a hip's width apart, and shoulders are aligned with the hips, and the ears align with the shoulders. And imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light stretching from the base at the coccyx there, all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. So imagine you have some space in between your vertebrae. And just imagine you're lengthening your spine. And then go to the crown of the head and relax your scalp. Maybe you can feel some sensation. Relax the forehead and the eyes, the back of the eyes, and the nose, the cheeks, and the area around the mouth. Relax the back of the tongue and the jaw, and the temples, the back of the head. And just imagine the back of your neck is lengthening. Just release any constriction at the base of the skull. So it might mean that your head is tipped forward just a little bit, not so much so that your chin is in your chest. Just want to keep the chin from kind of floating upwards, just nicely balanced. And if you were to open your eyes, you'd be looking down the length of your nose to a spot on the floor in front of you. Just settle into this position, this meditation posture. And then you can, your hands can be resting in your lap. Feel the weight of your hands in your lap. And so you can be in the meditation, hands in the meditation mudra, right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching. And then notice the sensations of the breath as the air is flowing in and out. You inhale and you exhale. They're going to be different. So you might notice the sensations, the base of the nose, the tip of the nose, around the sides, depending on the shape of your nose and maybe how you've been trained in the past. You may also experience the expansion and contraction of the ribs, the diaphragm pushing down as you breathe in and moving upwards as you exhale. Just facilitating the lungs. And then you may also notice just the belly rising and falling, just maybe pressure against your waist. And notice the sensations and the smells in your environment. Just keeping your mind to yourself. Try not to go off and investigate. I think we love to investigate everything else except ourselves. And then just check in with yourself this morning. How are you doing? What's arising in the mind? Guaranteed it will be different tonight. But try and put some space in between your thoughts. Maybe if you have a lot of things to do today, perhaps you can write them down, tick them off. And if they're in your mind right now, maybe just put some space in between each one. And just catch yourself ruminating about things like that might or might not happen in the future. Then bring to mind all the people of your life, your loved ones, our strangers, and then the ones we don't like so much. And then just keep in mind that these relationships are interchangeable. Within even in your own, stable, committed relationships, that, it changes, shifts. So I think we'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. So imagine this, a white Om, standing upright in the center of your brain. And recognize that the Om is this pure energy of the divine body of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in all the universes, or whoever you think is pure. And we're going to recite the Om kind of slowly for several minutes. And while we're reciting it, visualize that white light radiates from the Om in your head and actually fills your whole body. And all your conceptions and the impure energy of your body are cleansed and purified. And you can think of maybe specific negative actions that you've done, maybe such as killing or harming another being, stealing, unwise sexual behavior. And feel that the imprints of these actions are completely purified. And your entire body, from your feet all the way up to the top of your head, is completely filled with radiant, blissful, white energy. So really feel this. Oh. 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 So just feel being aware, trying not to think anything is good or bad, trying not to react or make mental conversation with yourself. Just all your attention on the light consciousness at the center of the brain. And be there, be really intensely aware and let go without sluggishness, without distraction. And you may also even feel the vibration of your own voice in your body. Now imagine a red R, A-H, at your throat chakra, in your throat, looking very similar to when the sun is setting on certain days. You know, you have that beautiful crimson iridescent glow. Sometimes it's like catches your breath. It's so extraordinary. So recognizing that the R is the pure speech energy of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And again, whoever else you think is pure. So as we recite the R, you can imagine that red light radiates from the R at your throat, and your entire body is embraced by this blissful, radiant light energy. And it purifies your speech. And this means that the uncontrolled mind and speech work interdependently with each other. Negativities of the speech mean harming and giving pain to others. So, you know, sometimes we don't tell the truth, or we talk about people behind their backs. We maybe yell at people, or, you know, speak harshly. And you can imagine that the imprints of your negative actions of speech are completely purified by this blissful red light. So Lama Yeshe would say that having a clean, clear mind and kind of controlling our speech is the way to purify impure and uncontrolled speech. Also regret. Regret's not guilt. Regret goes a long way to help purify. Om. 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 Before we do a couple more, just notice whether your shoulders are rising up as you're chanting. I just caught myself just then. Om. Om. Just now allow your mind to be in the state of a intense awareness and just stay there without any expectation or interpretation. Comprehend your experience of the non-dual, non-self-existent I. Nothingness, zero, empty space as truth, as your reality. And Lamy, she said, this experience is much more real than our waking fantasy sensory world. So if an uncontrolled or distracted thought arises, remember that not only you, but all other sentient beings are in this same situation. Not only everybody here in this Zoom room today, but everybody. So this is where we can cultivate much loving kindness for others. And then when that loving kindness arises, sort of direct this intense awareness of loving kindness towards yourself, towards your own consciousness. So two ways of meditating here. You place the awareness on your own consciousness, and when the distractions arise, you generate love and compassion for all beings, knowing that it's happening to them as well. And once you've caught that sense of loving kindness for others, then just grab it, catch that, and then redirect this awareness of loving kindness to yourself. So we can alternate between the two. So you might have to think of an individual, someone who you love, you know that they might get distracted. So just having loving kindness for them, towards them. And then direct it towards yourself. And now imagine at your heart this loving kindness energy kind of transforms at your heart chakra into the full moon, a flat moon disk. And on the moon disk is a blue radiating hum, so blue like the sky. And recognize this. This is the non-duality wisdom of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas energy. And your heart is pure, cool, and calm. And it's the energy of your heart is opened by the radiating light of the moon and the hum. An infinite blue light rays radiates from the hum and fills your entire body. And your entire body feels blissful. All these narrow concepts disappear. All these worries and all indecisive minds disappear. All obsessed minds. And being embraced by the infinite blue light leaves no room for these kind of ruminations or dualistic concepts. And so think about this while we recite the hum. Om. 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 This time, imagine you're just placing your left hand at your heart chakra, at your heart and your chest there, around about that area. And recite the hum again and see if anything changes. Om. 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 Mm. And just feel. You might still feel the vibration of the hum in your chest, in your hand. And again, try this little meditation of noticing when you become distracted, realizing that all others are also equally distracted by many different things in their life. Feel compassion. And once you've got that feeling of compassion or loving kindness, then just redirect it to yourself as well. And like I said, you might have to think of first of all of someone you're very close to. And they get distracted. So let's dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy we've created this morning to all those people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings.